Yes, Roger Federer, the world #2, 19-time Grand Slam champion, admitting tennis will be a bit different when it's all said and done for both him and Rafael Nadal, but he expects the game to still continue to thrive. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. He's mentioned the new generation, and you've talked about those guys a lot in recent times, Zverev and Kyrgios and Rublev and all them other guys that have shown a bit of quality at a very young age. So I tend to want to agree with him that, yeah, tennis will be in good hands, but there's going to be a change, obviously.
We'll wait to see.
Yeah.
But we'll just take Roger Federer's comments for what they are. And he's saying, look, guys, there's nothing to be worried about. You know, there have been people before us. They left. We came. We will leave. Others will step up and play.
That says it all.
Yeah. Anytime you talk about Roger Federer these days, you almost want to follow it up with whatever Rafael Nadal has to say. So let's listen to Rafael Nadal immediately after he dispatched his opponent, Fabio Fognini. And okay, this is the game. Actually, that's the game. And trust me, when he plays, you're going to see those hands in the air, those jumps.
He's on fire.
Always excited.
He's on fire.
I don't know what to say, actually.
I mean, look at the scoreline. 6-3, 6-1, easy as you like.
I think in fairness, Nadal has had to battle with a lot of issues. Most of the guys on his level having this skepticism. I mean, there was a time some people say, look, it's going to fizzle out, it can't last. A lot of things. And every time you just want to say, this guy is done. You can't be playing like this with all this energy and not fizzle out. It just comes at you with something.
Absolutely, and it's going to take on Grigor Dimitrov in the quarterfinals, and that looks like a very potentially explosive match. Rafael Nadal is speaking on his next opponents. Let's listen to it.
I think he's playing well always, no? Just this little bit more solid mentally during the whole year. He has an unbelievable level of tennis, so let's see. Last week have been a great match, very close, and I think I played well. I'm playing well here. I know he had great 2 matches because first one he was in trouble, 6-3 in the tiebreak and 5-2 in the third. So when you win a match like this, that's a lot of confidence, no? And today he had a great victory against Sam, so he will be confident for tomorrow. I need to be playing my best.
All right, so we're talking about Rafael Nadal. I'll just quickly tell you that Rafael Nadal and Grigor Dimitrov, that game's currently going on. Nadal has won the first set 6-4, second set going on. Those were his comments immediately after he dispatched his opponent in that one. Some other guys too were in action. We talked about Richard Gasquet earlier doing the business, even though some people expect him to face a wall when it comes against Roger Federer, but did his job. He's in the quarterfinal.
I mean, he's in the quarterfinals. You can start saying perhaps he has come to the end of the road, but you never can tell. Definitely goes up against Roger Federer. He's the underdog. I'm talking about Richard Gasquet. Gasquet was able to beat a fellow Frenchman, Gilles Simon. Yeah, well, that was a topsy-turvy back-and-forth encounter, but Gasquet won that one eventually, and he's going to take on Roger Federer, and we'll see how that particular one pans out. But the biggest win on Thursday for me was Alexander Zverev taking on Juan Martín del Potro. Del Potro, this guy, we all know his issues, injuries, well documented. But whenever he's fit and is on form, he's very difficult. He's a very difficult opponent to face, as Alexander Zverev found out yesterday. Del Potro coming back from a set down to win that one 7-6, 6-4. Del Potro, I mean, what can we say about this guy? I mean, without injuries, you can easily say he will be a top 10 player.
That's why I shouldn't be surprised that he has a Grand Slam to his name. I mean, even with the injuries, he's still a top 10 player because anytime he decides to play, he forces his way. I feel sorry for him, but anytime he comes to play, so look, let's forget about the injuries I've had. Let's forget about everything that has happened to me. I want to play and see how frustrated. The man we say is the next big thing in tennis. See how frustrated he got Zverev. But I'm very happy for him. Even the top guys know that they would rather they would rather play the guys who we call the next gen than play Del Potro.
Right.
Because he has the experience, he has big game management, he knows how to play those big games, and I'm really happy for him. We'll see how far he can go.
Troiki next.
Yeah, that's another tricky player.
Troiki next.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to meet Troiki later today in the quarterfinal. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals with that opponent. There's no doubt he knows how to play the big games. How he's going to handle Troiki, we'll see.
With his current form, you have to say he is the slight favorite in that game.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if Del Potro goes on to make it to the semifinals of the Shanghai Open.